What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your Monday Night Raw review for August 14th, 2017. The go-home show to SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, the hottest event of the summer, the biggest event of the summer. WWE is proclaiming it. Huge main event for us this Sunday, among other things. They did an okay, it was just okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't something that we are going to jump for joy out of our seats tonight for a Monday Night Raw. Now, there are some things that we are going to be excited for when it comes to SummerSlam this Sunday. Number one, that is the return of the Demon, Finn Balor. Absolutely. That is going to be a sight to see. The events that happened tonight on Monday Night Raw is leading to the return of the Demon Finn Balor. We will go over that, plus the main event, what happened between the four competitors that will be competing for the Universal Championship at SummerSlam, all that, plus so much more right here on this review. First off, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, they are back together. The two brothers of the Shield are back together again. Absolutely. They will be fighting for the big prize, the Raw Tag Team Championship at SummerSlam. Absolutely, they were battling at each other back and forth, trying to decide if they can even trust each other. Mind games all the way through the past few weeks. Finally, Cesaro and Sheamus come down after Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins brawl all over the ringside area, and they were taken out. Finally, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose get the upper hand, and then the fist pound in the center of the ring. Match is made for SummerSlam. Should be an awesome matchup for us wrestling fans. Who will win still remains to be seen. Will the brothers of the Shield still be able to trust each other at SummerSlam? We will all find out. But that's what happened in the opening segment of Raw. Great way to start off the show. Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor in a matchup tonight. They were brawling outside in the backstage area. Kurt Angle said, "We're having SummerSlam tonight on Monday Night Raw." They had an awesome matchup. Knockdown, drag out affair all over the ring, all over the ringside. You couldn't ask for a better matchup between these two. Finally, Bray Wyatt knocks out Finn Balor with the Sister Abigail for a 1-2-3 in the center of the ring 2 times. And then he dumps this red stuff that really looks like blood. I mean, all over him. Cryptic, weird mind games, still playing with Finn Balor. I mean, it was kind of nasty looking tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then Later on, Finn Balor walks out of Kurt Angle's dressing room and says, Bray Wyatt has demons. Well, I have my rematch. And I'm going to show him at SummerSlam my demons. Later on, we find out the demon is returning at SummerSlam. So that should be an epic sight to see, especially the entrance, because that entrance is awesome. Women's #1 contendership was on the line. Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks. This was a long, epic matchup for us wrestling fans. Sasha Banks, in the end, picks up the victory over Nia Jax. Kind of expected that this was going to happen. Sasha Banks' hometown. Sasha Banks and the Goddess continuing their rivalry into SummerSlam. Absolutely. Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks continuing their rivalry into SummerSlam, picking it right up where they left off. What can you say? Can't really see Sasha Banks winning at SummerSlam, but this was a great contest. Really showed Nia Jax and Sasha Banks what they could do working together inside the squared circle. RTruth gets squashed by Elias Sampson. RTruth interrupts Elias Sampson when he is trying to sing. Does anybody really care about this? I know I don't, and I'm sure a lot of you out there don't either. This is just something to make Vinnie Mac happy because he's high on Elias Sampson. The Miz was supposed to take on Jason Jordan. Now, Jason Jordan is not getting over. This is one thing that was just downright cringeworthy. I mean, absolute cringe. Jason Jordan is cringe. One of the main things on Monday Night Raw that I'm just not into whatsoever. It's boring. It's just bone dry sucks because Jason Jordan is just like blah, and it's not going anywhere with Kurt Angle, but I'm sure he's going to get an Intercontinental Championship title match here soon, maybe even at SummerSlam. But he was supposed to face The Miz, and real quick, the Miztourage jumped in, got in the middle of the matchup. Next thing we know, the Hardy Boys come down, and we get a 6-man tag team match in the main event spot. And it was a pretty good contest. Can't really complain too much about it. Jason Jordan, whatever. He's a good athlete. They're building him up. But, what can you say? I mean, Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys pick up the victory. Good pop for those three athletes. Good pop all night long because they were in Boston, Massachusetts. And in Boston, they are a smart crowd and they stay on top of the action all night long. So, I mean, what can you say about that? Absolute great crowd there in Boston tonight. They were excited for everything. Akira Tozawa is the new Cruiserweight champion. Yeah, the only thing I have to say about this, congratulations, Akira Tozawa. However, WWE, you could have saved that for SummerSlam and even a hotter crowd at the Barclays Center. Why in the world would you want to waste that on Monday Night Raw? Could have done that at SummerSlam. Now, on to Big Cass and the Big Show. This is what I have to say about this. You're pretty much hearing it. Probably the worst segment on Monday Night Raw. Absolutely. You know, Big Cass, he doesn't sound believable to me. I understand he's new as far as being on his own. But he's just not believable. He comes across too scripted. It's the same old boring way they build up every big guy, sticking them with the Big Show. It just sucks. And tonight, he just went on and on and on and on and on. It's just cringe. How in the world can anybody listen to that? How? But anyway, Big Cass destroys the Big Show's hand tonight inside that shark cage, where Enzo will be lifted high above the ring this Sunday at SummerSlam. And in the main event, the biggest part tonight, all four guys in the center of the ring at the same time. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion. Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and Roman Reigns. The big dog that's going to have to pay his rent on Sunday. Samoa Joe, who creeps behind people to try to steal the Universal Championship. And the monster among men, who is going to be eaten alive on Sunday. All this stuff that Paul Heyman was proclaiming tonight, which was hilarious, and he did a great job selling. I tell you, he did. But, you know, after he got done selling this this match, they could have let them brawl. Let them have a knockdown, drag out affair, and let it go out that way. And then maybe break them up some. Instead, Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar stare at each other. And that's it. Could have done so much better. They stare at each other. They brawl a little bit towards the end as the Raw is going off the air. Come on, Vinnie Mac, Kevin Dunn. Come on. You can do better than that. I mean, gotta get us hyped up a little bit. You can't have the same sad story ending to every Brock Lesnar SummerSlam build. The last 2 years it was that way. Almost every Brock Lesnar pay-per-view, he has that same thing. Could let them brawl some. There was no brawl to that. We was all looking forward to it too. So I was a little disappointed with it, and I'm sure there's a lot of fans that was. But that was Monday Night Raw tonight. Not that bad of a show. The rest of the show was a bunch of filler. Mickie James, defeated, had a match. Bunch of other filler stuff, but not too much more that was important. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, Twitter and Facebook at 2007Webby. Go back and watch my preview and predictions to SummerSlam. Survivor Series 1987 review. I'll be doing a review of all the Survivor Series up till the one that is now, 2016. So look forward to all of those as I am doing them. But 1987 is uploaded now on the channel. So tune into that amongst everything else that you've missed on the channel. Hit the notifications button so you can be notified of everything that I upload. Until I see you again, this is Webby, and I will catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.